When I tell people that I'm a poet and artist, I think they imagine that I sit there just writing poetry and painting pretty pictures and just being lost in my own head. And part of you are right, I am lost in my own head 90% of the time. But the creation is really small amount. And bear in mind, I do this around the care of my son as well. He's disabled and I've got a daughter as well. And obviously all the house stuff. So it can be very easy to look at somebody that's a poet and artist and go, oh, your life is really nice. And it is most of the time really, really pleasant. I have created a career, but it's taken me 13 years to create a career that I really, really love. I mean, I get to paint and write, and that is awesome. But there is so much more behind the scenes. I am a factory. I am a social media manager. I'm an website designer. I'm a marketer. There's so much more. I wear 1,000 hats because of the amount of things I have to do in my day. So when I tell people I'm a poet and artist, they may think of a very different scenario to what I'm actually living. I spend the majority of my time doing not very nice jobs, factory type jobs. Actually, sometimes I really like them because I can get lost in my own thoughts, especially doing this sort of job. It's just the same things. It's quite easy. In fact, it's actually easier than writing poetry and art. I find this far easier, but I wouldn't want to do it all day. But yeah, so my life is very, very different to what people imagine when I say I'm a poet and artist. And one thing people often get wrong is thinking that I don't do as many hours as somebody that works full time, but I will do full time hours around my children's care. That is exhausting. I think a lot of parents can resonate with that, but I'm lucky in the fact that I get to stay home. I've got a studio in my garden. I don't have to go out the house to work, but then also that can also feel like a prison. So it's not always the best either. I can feel like I'm trapped inside because my son, he has severe anxiety with his autism. So a lot of time I can't leave the house. So I can be stuck indoors, and having my little studio space does help, but obviously I can't be up here while he's down there. So majority of the time I'll be with him in the house, and yeah, so my life is very different to what you imagine.